time to start filming Happenstance Journal Project Page Assembly, which is phase 3, and day 1, which is page 1. I'm so excited. So, everything we've been doing so far has led up to this stash and this moment. So, here's how we're going to do it, because I haven't told y'all. We are going to grab our cards again, but we're only going to use the theme cards and the color cards, all right? So I'm going to put those up because we're not using them. And what I'm going to do is grab one of each. We can bring in anything else you want to bring in, but we're going to grab one of each. And I haven't shuffled these, and I have no idea what order they were in. But let's just shuffle them real quick. And yeah, I've given up on the real shuffle. There's just not enough cards. Alright. So, our theme is landscape and orange. Alright, so I think the easiest thing to do here would be to start with our focal image. Because I'm assuming, that might not be the best thing to do, that my theme will come from in here. It may not always. So I've got some orange here. But that's not really, there's nothing landscapey about that. Oh, there's some orange here, and I would say that that's kind of landscapey. I've got some vegetation and a butterfly and maybe some ground and some sky. That could be some. All right, let's do that one. All right, now we got to pick a background. So let's pick a background. I have no idea how easy or hard this is going to be, tying all this stuff together. And I did mean to do a video for layering pieces, which I may go back and do, and I'll just have it play before this one. Because I thought, you know what, some vellum with some stamping on it, some tissue with some stamping on it, things that would be a little sheer would be pretty good for this. All right, I'm going to move our sun, and now we need a background. And it could be orange, because that's our card, but we also have orange in here. So I'm going to put these to the back of each stack. And let's go to our orange and see what we think. So that's our orange page. Or these are our orange pages. Oh, and I don't dislike that. Oh, I don't dislike that at all. All right. We would need a layering piece to go between them, so we're not so color on color. And okay, this is a point where we have to decide. All right, so I'm gonna hold these out. I think we're gonna actually use the orange. Okay. Now we have to decide what direction. Oh, wait. Oh, I do love that. Oh, wait. Okay, let's go back to the thing. Let's get the green. That was gorgeous, because the green there. Let's find one of those cut green pieces. That one and that one. Oh, because we didn't do them with the inks and all. Do you have anything else green? Let's see what we've got here. We've got this. I think that's too much green. We've got that. I thought I had one. I had done the. There it is. Let's try that one. Alright, so let's take all those out. And then we may end up making a layering piece. Okay, what was I saying? I don't know. Oh, I have no idea. I'm going to be this way the whole time because I'm so excited about this stage. All right. I have no idea how hard or easy this is going to be. I was saying that. Oh, I think I was saying that we now have to decide which direction we want our journal to go. Now, here's the thing. Yep, I have coffee. It doesn't have to go the same way the whole journal. So we could start it this direction or this direction, and then the next spread, turn it and have it go different. I think it would be weird if these 2 pages didn't go the same direction. Y'all let me know what you think. Do you think that'd be weird? I kind of feel like that'd be weird. Like these 2 either need to both be landscape or both be portrait, in my opinion. Otherwise, I think it would be a little weird because I would always be reading one incorrectly. But y'all tell me what you think. But we're starting right here with this yummy day one. And he can go either way. So, let's just play a little bit. So, let's see. Is there one of these we like best? I love that. So, if we were using this, we could totally put it here and you could still see that. I love that. This is what I love most on this one. Although I really like, I love the splotchiness. So yeah, if I was doing this one, I would want the focal image here. So it could go this way or this way. I don't really, weirdness of me, I don't like that for some reason. I don't like the focal image here. I like that, even though it's floating in the air more. But we could maybe center it a little bit with our layering piece. Like, that's not so bad. But I'm not in love with it. Okay. So I'm going to reject that one. But does this cover up too much? Oh, it does. It really does. What if I turn it? Put it like that. It only covers up the end. But I don't like it being all the way at the edge. But I kind of like that. Here, let me get the others out from under it. We'll try them on there. I kind of like that. All right, so that's a possibility. But I also have these 2. That. Or like that. I like how that kind of raises it. See, I feel like that's too much of the same. But I could add some paint or pen work to break it up. I didn't clean up over here, y'all. So it's a little bit of a mess. Hang on. Let me clean up so I can get to some other stuff. Oh, do you know what? I have vellum. All right, let's just grab some random stuff. Alright, so I've just grabbed some random stuff. Alright, and I think we've decided on this one because I just keep playing with it. So let's get those out of the way. So, I've got vellum, and we could do something like that. And if we did that, we could stamp on it with some paint. Or stencil on it with some paint, so that it had some interest. All right. Let's cut it down a little smaller. All right. So if we did something like that to that, and I would want that completely on there because the color there and there is just too close. I do like that if that had some interest. All right, so that is a definite possibility. But you know what? Before I can actually judge it against everybody else, I need to see what it would actually look like. So let's do that. Let's just grab this, and I'm feeling like I should do it in black. So what do I have at hand? You know what? I've got some archival ink at hand. So now I need a stamp. I don't have a stamp I want, but I've got this stencil, and I really do like this stencil. So let's swap that out. Oh, you know what? Let's don't swap that out. Let's try this. Let's try these. Let's try these. Can you use them with archival ink? I don't know. I don't know. Can I've never used them. Oh, what a great thing to do. Okay. It gives you a very soft ink, doesn't it? Because these are super soft. And I know this ink is black, but it's kind of reading blue-gray to me because it's making such a soft mark. And I kind of like that. I also like that I'm sitting here using my archival ink through a stencil. I may be destroying everything because, you know, archival doesn't come off. Okay, I can honestly say I really do like these. Everybody's right. Now, these are the ones from, oh, I got them Hobby Lobby. Hobby Lobby. I will say they feel a little soft here. Like I could easily break this. They do. They feel like I could easily break it. Now I push a little hard sometimes, so I'm trying to feel that give and maybe not push as hard. Y'all, I love that. I love that. I assume you don't clean this. They didn't really come with any directions, but it's archival. It's gonna dry. Okay. So, I've got to say, that was really quick. That was really easy, and I really, really like that. Yeah, I really like that. I've got a paint pen right here. I don't know if it'll write. This is one of those I haven't used in a while. Let's start one we know is going to get covered up. Right here in the middle. And see what we think about outlining it with a gray paint pen. Do we think it adds anything or not? Quite honestly, I don't think it adds anything. It probably, part of it is this pen. And I just dripped. These are those Dilution pens, and I bought them because they were all, oh, these are the best pens ever. They never leak. Dripped. They never stopped up. You'll love these pens. I've got to admit, I don't like them at all. And I bought quite a few of them. So, yeah. Maybe I use them wrong. Maybe I store them wrong. I don't know. But I have not had any more success with the Dilutions paint pens than anybody other than Posca. So far, Posca hasn't let me down. But my Poscas are still packed because I just got home last night. And quite honestly, I was so tired, I didn't even take my suitcase out of the trunk. It's still in the car. So, and my Sharpies that I have in here, I think are all pretty much dead. Oh, but you know what? I've got a green Pitt pen. So again, somebody we know is going to get covered up. Let's just go right here above that. Oh, I like the shadow. Okay, we're going to do that. We're just going to shadow them with the green. That's kind of fun. As soon as I did the first line, I thought, oh, that looks like a green shadow. I like that. All right. So I'm not sure what's going to end up showing or not showing. I do love these Faber-Castell artist pins. I do love these. I bought more of these. Okay, I think this is going to be enough to be our layering piece. That's a lot of interest and pretty easy. Now I just hope we like it. Alright, that's really cool. Alright, in and of itself, let me get a piece of white paper to show it. In and of itself, I really like that. That's pretty cool. Alright. So now then, back to our stack here and our additioning. Okay, so if we put that down, and then we put that, and then we put that. See, now I don't want to cover that. All right, so what if we pull him out a little bit and put him all the way to the edge? All right, I like it, but I don't like how square this is, so I think I'm going to tear it. Yep, I'm going to tear it. All right, yeah, sometimes it takes me a minute to figure out exactly how and where I want to tear. But I think I want to get rid of some of the squareness of this and reduce its bulk a little bit. So I'm just going to start to tear it. Oh, I'm liking that much better already. You know what? I think I'm going to tear that as well. Alright, I think I like it much better now that it's torn and it's not quite so square. And I don't mind these corners so much now that this doesn't have them. Although let's get rid of that one. Alright, so that to that to that. I like it. Alright, I'm going to glue all this down and then we'll decide what kind of finishing touches we need. that is the direction we want it to go, right? Okay, wait, we didn't consider that. Because we could totally put it like that. But then that has this down here in this corner, which I have to admit I don't like as well. No, because I feel like that leads your eye out of the page, and I want it to lead your eye back into the page. Also, before I do that, I think this needs to be edged so that it anchors a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to shut up so that I can fast forward, because this is going to be long otherwise. And I am going to ink anything I decide needs inked and glue down all these pieces. Okay, here we go. Okay, so everything is edged. I edged the background and the focal image. I did not edge the layering piece. I found out a couple of things. First of all, my background is not square. Not square. I've had to put it on like 3 or 4 times trying to figure out how to do it. And finally I said, the heck with it. It's just not square. It's never going to look square. Then I got this piece crooked, and vellum is such a bear to glue. And I really had thought using the glue stick, because it's not so wet, it would be easier. It wasn't any easier. But yeah, vellum is a bear to glue. If you use vellum and you have a sewing machine handy, you might want to just sew it on. That is actually easier with vellum. And then this has lots of bits that aren't completely down and can move and tear and pull. So I did cover it with a piece of plastic, because if you don't know, the secret to using glue stick is pressure and heat. So if you're using glue stick, then you need to take your hand, because the heat and pressure from rubbing will activate the glue and make it better. If your glue stick comes up all the time, it's because you're not using heat and pressure. I learned that from Seth Apter. Did not know that. Okay, and I always thought glue stick was just crappy glue. No, I just was using it wrong. All right, so this, right off the bat, this I want you to notice. So I am going to shadow it, because right off the bat, that's one of the things I love most in this background, is this little bit right here. It was a drip. It was just a total voluntary drip. And I liked this one as well. And this one a little bit right here. I'm doing two things with this. One, I'm bringing some of that green into this background so it's not just orange. And two, I am hopefully bringing your eye to the things that I liked best. Another secret to Pitt Pen is it is permanent, but you have just a minute where you can move it. So if you got something like this that's just super soft, like this is a super hard line, I want a super hard line under it. Like, yeah, I want that hard line, because it's going to mimic the hard line that's already there. But this is a super soft line, and so I want it to be also soft. So I've got just a minute where I can come in here and soften it. But I still want it there. Okay, what else have we got? I feel like what it needs now is some doodles, and I do like to do my black doodles first, and I don't have a black micron or anything in here, I don't guess. Let me look around. I forgot! I just bought these black Uniballs I wanted to try. I got them, oh, did I get them? I can't remember if I got them off Amazon or Staples. I remember looking at both, because both had them. I got them whichever was cheaper, and I don't remember. So, let's give them a try. Alright, I was just giving them a tester, and they flow really well. Okay, let's see what we want to doodle here. Alright, so I think what I need now is words. And I don't really have any words in mind. So I do have a bucket with a few words. So let's see what's in here. Alright, so I don't like any of my magazine words. I did like some of these chipboard Tim Holtz words, so I've pulled them out a little bit. But I'm not loving or sold on any of them. But I have, if there's any tape in it, I have a demo. So what would we have our page say? If it could say anything. Well, this is our first page, so it's a beginning. It feels very alive. All right. Let's see if we've got any tape, because I've got it. All right. Let's stick it down. So, I gotta tell y'all, I love it. I'm gonna see how long this is to see if we're gonna do them all as page assembly and final details at once, or if we need to split it out and do the page assembly as one and final details as the other. Because I do feel like this was really long. Like, I didn't look at my watch, and I've got the timer flipped the other way this time, so I can't tell. But y'all, I love that page. I mean, I love it. I love everything about it. Including my words, create your own beginning. And that's kind of what we've done here, because we've created everything that we made here. The butterfly was prefab. The daisy was prefab. But, yeah. So, I hope you're playing along. If you aren't, I hope I just inspired you to grab some stuff and join in. If you didn't do phase 1 and phase 2, but you do want to join phase 3, there is a video on how to just gather stuff you already have to jump in and join us. Remember, even if this is prefab, this is prefab, this is prefab, when you grab the pins and do this finishing touch, you make it your own. Bye, y'all.